So, MTGJeff made a video with an Izzet deck that it said it was busted. I think he meant that as a it's busted and doesn't work way. We will see. I've made a copy of that deck, built it just the way he built it, and then my initial revisions were just like his. They included putting in Brazen, adding in Flame Sweep, exactly like he was doing. I was thinking the deck needed the same exact things, and I was very impressed that he pivoted like that. However, I'm still 2-6 with this deck currently. I find that Flame Sweep has been needed in almost every game that I've lost so far, but in one or two of the games, I suppose it was a creature got too big and I didn't have a way to bounce him. And the first time I couldn't answer it with direct damage, and I couldn't bounce him, couldn't match him, and I didn't have the Brazens. Then I put the Brazens in, and now I'm hoping that the Brazen will cover bouncing something back. But I didn't draw it last game where a Flourishing Fox went out of control, and I never drew a Brazen. So plus I didn't have a Flame Sweep, and so his Rescuer was making too many tokens, and the whole thing got out of control, and I lost. Plus I was on the draw against Cycling, and he had a good hand, so I'm not sure this deck could beat that deck in that scenario in any case. So that guy is not playing, apparently. That's too bad. I hate to see somebody just lose like that. So I was thinking right off the bat, okay, he wasn't playing ranked, and he was breaking even or worse, and I was like, geez, he's not even playing ranked, and he's not even breaking even with this deck. It's certainly not busted as in good. Maybe it's busted as in bad, but I love the Sprite. 1/1 flying with haste for 2 that gets 1/1 counters every time you cast a non-creature spell, which adds up. I mean, every little opt, every little shock, every planeswalker, everything. These things get up to 4/4, 6/6 very, very easily. And then you can give it trampling with the planeswalker that we're using. +2/+0 on trampling. So I've actually been able to spike damage with these if they didn't have an answer for a flyer who is flying over for quick damage. This deck is unfortunately winning against somebody who is AFK. I would have liked to seen this deck versus red deck Knights or red deck wins with Goblins or something, but it does not look like that's going to happen here. I should have waited to play the Mountain and just gonna try to pump those up a little bit. Still all mountains. Okay. So I have all the dual lands that you'd need for red and blue. Not drawing my Steam Fence or anything else, or the Fabled Passage, or castles, or anything. Or these temples. Okay, so this guy's AFK. It's over. There's no way he could win, even if he came back and started playing. When MTGJeff, by the way, I've been following him for a while. He makes great videos. He's a great Magic the Gathering player. And he posted that busted deck about Izzet. And I spent a couple of mythics on the 2 of these, the Royal Scions. For 3, you get a 5 loyalty, +1 draw a card. Discard a card, +1 target creature gets +2/+0, gains first strike and trample. And the -8, which almost never gets used, draw 4 cards when you do. The Royal Scions deals damage to target equal to the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, it's a fun planeswalker. And I've gotten to play it, and it's helped me. And that sometimes it helps distract people from trying to attack you, and they attack them instead, and you can continue to swing overhead, which is fun. Then I was looking at this and I was like, wow, we need to get some more board wipe, like flame sweep. It's the first thing I thought. And then he put the flame sweep in and I was so pumped. This is fine. I can Fabled Passage for a mountain. He had 4 of these in here. I was drawing 2 of these a game. I had to knock this down to 2. There's no way that 4 is good. However, I did have somebody play against me with this, and they had 2 in play on turn 3, and then they played a 1 mana cost thing, like a shock or something, and they had 2 fairies every turn from then on out, which was very interesting for them. Is he going to... So I find that 1 mana open, 1 blue mana open against me is kind of tough because people are still playing the 1 mana counter for against the blue, the Mystic something or other. So he has counters. Huh. Still seeing a lot of Teferis. Still see a lot of Teferis. I have no doubt that he would try to play a Teferi next turn onto the Dorat, but I mean, I would be able to haste that back onto him and attack and finish him off if he did that. But he would do it regardless, just to get the card draw and to slow me down. Or play nothing. I feel like I have to do this. Huh. So Scorching Dragonfire is not going to be helpful against this deck. Flame Sweep is not going to be helpful against this deck. That's really too bad. This hand has become really, really slow all of a sudden. I'm not drawing a second card because I'm not drawing any of my card draw cards. They don't have any creatures, so all of my damage is useless. Oh, that's fun. It's crazy. Don't see anybody playing Chain to Memory. Now, I'm not playing Ranked because of a number of reasons. I wasn't able to get this deck to be good enough to play in Platinum yet, so I'm 2-6 at the moment. Okay. I wonder if I can convince him to block. Yeah, I didn't think so. Jeez. This is the worst. Okay, so if I do this, though, if I cycle for 2, I actually will create a fairy, so... Okay, I can do double this next turn if he thinks he's gonna get away with that lifelink. Good God. So at this point, I have not seen anybody playing Archon or Sun's Grace. I don't even know what to expect here, to be honest. Except for creatures you control with flying. I can play that and wipe myself out, but also hurt him really bad. Let me trick you. Let me trick you. I don't know. I didn't do the math on this. I have not done the math on this to see. Okay. He has one extra. I did not want it to go down like this. I didn't expect it to go down like this per se, so that's too bad. Yeah, it is kind of too bad. I wasn't expecting that to go down that way. I was hoping to use this in a way that if my monsters did their damage, I could maybe pump him up if they tried to block him at the last second, or all kinds of different things. So, and there's a Dream Trawler, and then another Nivsmith, but I really need either another mountain or some draw. I can attack. This, if his second ability was 5, that would be much better. It's 6 for draw a card, then discard a card, which is almost completely useless. 6 for that ability. There's 1/1s for 2 that do that ability. 1/1s for 1 that do that ability. I mean, like, to pay 6 to draw a card would make sense. There's a 1/1 flying flash creature with that gives you a draw for less than that. So it's a little iffy to me. This is sad. Dream Trawler's fun. Wish I had a Dream Trawler deck sometimes. I also wish I just drew a 3rd mountain sometimes. That would be nice. So he's able to attack, deal me damage, and lifelink back as much damage as I'm doing. So not a great idea to attack last time, it's looking like. And that's fun. And yet again, no mountain. So I definitely would have liked that mountain. I'm not sure if I want to attack or not. Not sure if I want to. I'm not sure. Jeez. Should I try to be aggressive? Maybe. I'll just sit back for a minute. I'll sit back for a turn. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that was dumb. This deck is getting wrecked, even by the stupidest decks. Nobody's playing a deck like this in any decent ranked game right now. Dream Trawlers are fun, but nobody's playing this. Chain of Memory, Kiora. I mean, we're on turn 5, turn 8. I mean, without substantial control, this would have been over. If I was playing Cycling, this would have been over. If I was playing my Sakdos, this would have been over. If I was playing my 2/3 of my other decks that I have, this would have been over. I would have no control, and I just can't draw a dual land for the life of me. And I'm still tapped. Tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untapped land. I'll tell you what. I saw this card once before, and I thought, I wonder if I can play like a reclamation deck with this, or some kind of green-blue ramp deck where I can get 7 mana on turn, 4. Playing this on turn 4 would be nice. Playing it like this is not, so. I don't think I have any options here. Yeah. Whew. I think I'm 2 for 8 now. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't make this deck work. I'm sorry, MTGJeff. I don't think so. I added the Brazen. We added the Flame Sweep. I'm going to try it one last time. See if I can end it on a win at least. But I have not been able to outpace fast aggro decks. And I have not been able to avoid the control of control decks. A lot of aura decks right now have flying creatures that get fat quick. And fat... I'm trying to make fat flying creatures, but you just saw what happens when any other deck tries to make any kind of fat flyers. It just stops your deck cold. So I don't know. It's not working for me. I can tell you that much. This guy, draw a card then discard a card. It's not a good mechanism for this deck, really. It's not really helpful. This deck doesn't have enough win cons or combinations with draw a card, discard a card. Like, you don't even play Riel. Riel would work better. Or what else? Flame Sweep would be nice. Could I get a Flame Sweep, please? That would be nice. I wouldn't mind taking a Flame Sweep, please. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have enough for the Izzet. Izzet. I think I'll be in trouble faster than he will. By the time you play a Izzet, like, this is not a control deck. This deck is centered around like playing this and getting some, and by the way, everybody has removal. Everybody's playing tons of removal. So relying on a couple of 1/1 flyers is not a good strategy. And now everyone just got out of the range of a shock. That's wonderful. There's almost... Oh, I meant to do an island there. One, two, three, four. I almost feel like I can't play this, but I have to do something. Whenever you gain this guy will be bigger than him by the time it's over. Okay, here's the plan. I need a Flame Sweep. I need a Flame Sweep really, really bad. It's not enough. It's not enough. I was hoping I was thinking I had one more land and then I could Flame Sweep and shock, but it's not going to happen. Look at this. Look at this. That was turn 4. Over the course of the game so far, we've played a Dragon Sprite and an Opt, and the Royal Scions. And we're going into turn 5. We have no board presence. We haven't done any removal. And we can't even, our biggest removal spell can no longer kill anything that they have. Yeah, this is a big fat no from me. He's probably like so happy. He's so happy. Yeah, there's no coming back from this. Okay, so 2 for 9. I'm gonna have to say no. I would give this. I mean, this is not even ranked. This is unranked. I can't even imagine trying to take this. I'm gonna take this into. I'm gonna do 10 games. I'm gonna take this into ranked. I can't believe I'm gonna just try to lose my rank for this, but I'm just gonna make it fair. I'm gonna do 10 games. See how many I get out of 10 games. So far, I'm 2 for 9. And I think that the 2 times I won was pretty much just because the other team's decks were so bad, to be honest. Do I get to go first at least? What is that? Beta-chan? Opponent goes first. Double Royal Scion. What does he got? Nothing showing. This will be slow. I'm going to do it just because I'll be able to toss one of these Scions with this. Get into some draw. Maybe if they play a big board presence, then I'll flame sweep it, you know? Maybe that'll be the plan. Alright, definitely a Teferi turn 3, which he won't need to play because I won't have any board presence. Scorching Dragonfire, just okay, that'll be fun to keep on. Alright, turn 2 will be an Omen, probably of some sort. Anytime. Oh, you don't say. Now he's like, oh crud, what am I gonna do? This deck is playing nothing. Can't believe it. Deck is playing nothing. Why is it playing nothing? Oh, you counter that. You should counter that. So he countered it, and I had to discard the card, by the way. In the 9 unranked games we played, I think I played one deck that had Narset, but it wasn't a true good control deck. And we can finally see what happens when you'll never play a card. He's got the Teferi in his hand. He just hasn't played it because he doesn't have anything to play it against. I'm going to throw this out there so that he has the Teferi to bounce it. I want him to play the Teferi, lose 1, get down to 1 counter. I'm going to play the Sprite, the Dragon Sprite, to finish the Teferi off. That'll be the plan. I can't believe it. So, the reason that MTGJeff, you didn't do it. Okay, that's interesting. He does not feel threatened. Uh-huh. I cannot draw again. Maybe I should have tried to pop him with the Scorching Dragonfire, since I'll never get another chance to play another card for the rest of the game. One of the things that MTGJeff said that really was true is that you're going to play decks in high-level ranked that always have an answer for every single thing you do. Like it's some kind of a freaky thing. You won't ever, but everybody else will, and it's strange that way. They have the heart of the cards or something. They're pulling Yu-Gi-Oh on you. Like some cruddy, magical, perfect answer to everything. Card for card for card for card. Like, and you're like, you could build the same deck as them to the T, and then play the same deck that you were, and it wouldn't work that way for you. So he's got all the control in the world, huh? I don't want to bounce this. Bouncing that won't be helpful. I cannot draw another card. He's gonna counter that for sure. No? Really? I need a land. Did not get a land. He probably only let that go because he has another one. I'm guessing. When you're a control deck and you've built up 5 mana on your opponent's and on your opponent's turn, you can play your omens and your ops, and you don't have to worry about any of their threats. You're loving that game. This is already over. There's almost no chance I could win this. You don't say. I don't know. Now that he's got that out, there's nothing I can do. I wish I had a shock. If I had a shock, I might be able to play the Dorat. Attack, let him try to block it. Pump it up, play the shock. That would have been fun, maybe. Does he let this happen? No. He'll discard a card. Make it hexproof. There is no answer to this Dream Trawler.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Another mountain. Didn't need another mountain. Yeah, this deck is not really good at anything. At a high level ranked, your deck has to be like extremely good at a particular thing. It has to be extremely good at like a 3rd or 4th turn aggro kill. It has to be extremely good at board wiping. It has to be extremely good at playing one card that will kill you. It's not working. It's not working. Alright, if he counters that, I'm quitting. No?
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
He didn't play that. What, did he not have a counter? He must have had a counter. He just doesn't care. If he had a counter, I would have played this first and then this, and maybe that would have been different, but he considers me without any threats to the point where he didn't even use the Teferi. And then there's that. Okay, this is over. So 2 out of 10. I will give this deck a 2 out of 10 for its ability to bring together its concept. It's unable to have enough actual kill cons. Like, okay, 4 of these. Like, that's not, this is not. Maybe. Never get to play it. Maybe. So 2 of these and 4 of these is your kill con for a deck without any control, like real control? No way. Absolutely not. This deck is going bye-bye. Sorry. Alright, well, I'm reviewing another one of these internet decks you see on YouTube for Magic the Gathering Arena that claims to be so good, but really isn't. So maybe I'll see another one that is. I really want to. Well, thanks. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe, like and subscribe.